Hello, and welcome to Bootnerd 101. I am your Bootnerd Jeff, and today I will be reviewing my Nicks BuilderPros in 64 brown leather from Seidel Tannery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I use and abuse these boots daily in my job as a garbage man in the Great Pacific Northwest, which is the home and the birthplace of the Pacific Northwest logger style boots.
Do you really have those dirty boots on my clean kitchen counter?
No. What boots? I'm the king of this household. This is my house. I'm the man of this house. This is my house. You can't tell me what to do in my house.
Did you say something?
No, I love you, honey. The BuilderPro boots were designed as a serious work boot from the DNA of the Nicks Hot Shot Fire boot. It provides the comfort and durability for someone who is on their feet all day long. A little about Nicks. Nicks was started in 1964 by Nikolai Volution in Spokane, Washington. He honed his craft at White's Boots before moving on and opening his own shop. They focused on wildland and firefighting boots. In 2013, the company was purchased by the Mao family. Today, Schuyler Mao is the man in charge. With a heritage of building logging boots, that DNA is built into every single pair. They build tough boots at Nicks Boots. My pair of BuilderPros is built on the H&W last with a steel toe. You can see here, it's got the classic heel stack and the logger cut. I chose the incredible 64 brown leather that was developed in partnership with Seidel Tannery as a nod to their 1964 version of their original leathers. The leather is developed with extra oils and waxes, which give it a softer temper and helps it develop a glorious patina. These things are patina monsters. Nicks sources all of their 7 to 8 ounce oil tanned steer hide leathers from Seidel, which is a 4th generation family owned tannery out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I chose the venerable V-100 lug sole for its durability, traction, and just because it looks kick-ass. The 8-inch height provides just the right amount of ankle support without hindering mobility. I am uniquely qualified to put these boots through the torture of an everyday work boot. While I am not a wildland firefighter or a logger, I am an industrial athlete. And the fact that I weigh 350 pounds means I put a lot of stress and a lot of strain on these boots. I trash these boots daily, jumping in and out of the work truck, walking on cement, climbing up and down steel ladders, walking through gravel, mud, rain, ankle-deep garbage juice. Sounds tasty, right? Disgusting, by the way. And I have really put these things through the ringer. Walking through and wading through piles of trash. Disgusting, right? But these boots have put through the work and have come out strong, smelling great on the other side. I spent the majority of my adult work life wearing Red Wings and having to replace them every 6 to 9 months. As a 50-year-old man, things started to hurt. My back, my ankle, my hips, everything. So I thought to myself, can a guy find a better solution? And then I found myself spiraling down a rabbit hole of boots. Stridewise, Rose Anvil, Karl Morawski, Bootlosophy, Boot Spy, you name it. I was going down the rabbit hole. And at the end of that rabbit hole, I found my answer out of Spokane, Washington, Nicks Handmade Boots. So I spec'd my order for a quick ship BuilderPro, waited an agonizingly long 12 weeks, which, come to find out later, that is not a long time to wait for good quality, handmade, well-constructed boots. The day that Nicks box arrived, I was blown away by the quality of these boots. I could not have been happier just from the get-go. I laced them up and then struggled my 11 triple F Sasquatchian feet into them, and it was a perfect fit. Side note, if you're going to order these, make sure you get the right size. Follow the sizing guides, the measurements, the charts. I was a size 13 EE in every other boot. and 11 triple F in Nicks. So don't just go off your Brannock, do the work, find your right size. I never realized until I got these Nicks boots that I have been oversizing my boots just to get the right width. Crazy. I wore them for 2 hours on the first day, and then I had to switch them out. My feet hurt. Let me tell you, break in the very first time that you have one of these well-constructed, all-leather construction boots is going to be rough. After the first week, my feet were wrecked. All of my joints hurt. It was bad. So I went back to my old boots and thought to myself, did I just waste $700 on a pair of boots that I cannot wear? That was a bad day. After about a week, I started reading forums, and I realized that the boots weren't the problem. My soft ass feet were the problem. I've been wearing soft, comfortable, synthetic material boots my entire adult life, and I had no idea that these had to break in like they did. So they went back on my feet. 2 hours a day led to 4 hours a day, and then 4 hours of wear led to 6 hours, and then 6 hours a day led to 8. And eventually, I was wearing them my entire 12 to 14 hour shift. Everything still ached, and it still took a while to break in. But once I hit, I don't know, about the 3 to 4 month mark, everything started to get better. After a long weekend off, I now put on the now much easier to get onto my feet boots. And you know, you hear that thud when your heel pops into the heel counter. It made me smile, you know, that familiar thud. It's one of those things you get used to when you get good quality boots. And from that point on, I wore them every single day. About a month down the road, maybe 2, just out of nowhere, one day I realized, hey, my back doesn't hurt today. And then I got to thinking more about it. It hasn't hurt for about a week or 2. And then I was thinking, my knees don't hurt, my hips don't hurt, my ankles don't hurt. Wearing these boots seemed to realign everything, strengthen the muscles that needed to be strengthened. And it was like life-changing. It's like a light bulb went on in my head. And I was like, all those pains that I thought were from getting old were just simply because I was making the wrong footwear choices. So do yourself a favor. If you're wearing those crappy, synthetic, throwaway boots, invest in a good pair of boots. And from that point forward, I was a boot nerd. I went down every rabbit hole again. I started investing in more boots, and it became a thing. These boots are real. They are special. I've since tried testing their limits, dirt bike riding, trail hiking. Not advised in steel toe boots. Everything else is good, but you will get some hot spots if you try to go miles and miles and miles with steel toes. Not a great look. But I've put these things through the ringer, worn them to Costco. I know, the horror, right? I've done yard work, vehicle maintenance. I have spilled grease, oil, transmission fluid, coolant, gear oil. That stuff stinks all over these boots. And a good cleanup condition, and they're just wonderful. Right back to being beautiful patina monsters again. Love them. All in all, I think these things are possibly the greatest boot for somebody who is a garbage man in the garbage industry. I think they would work pretty good for anybody in a works situation or scenario, but as a garbage man, for garbage men, I think this is the boot that you need to go to. Forget wedge soles. You don't get the traction that you need. You need a boot like this. Now, you'll have to excuse me while I put these boots on and go put them to today's test. Puppy wrangling. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Ready? Go get it. You smart for that? Come on, let's flowers. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Bruce. Give me that. Give me that. Let go. Drop it. Ready? Sit. Good boy. This was my first long form review, and more will be coming in the future, God willing. So if you have a product or know of a product that you would like somebody like me to test and review, someone who's going to be putting them through actual work and not just sitting behind the desk, no offense to those of you that do that, I've got boots that live for that as well. I will not be doing video breakdowns. I won't be breaking these down. I won't be cutting them in half. I won't be tearing them apart. I am not qualified to do that kind of thing. I am not qualified to talk about constructions or the different construction methods. I am only here to review and beat down boots in a work environment and work scenario. So keep that in mind. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in the future. And my reviews cannot be bought. I will not sugarcoat anything. So if you want to send me a boot and you don't think it's going to stand up, don't send it to me, because I will put it out there in the world that it sucks. All right, you guys have a great day. Nice meeting you.